Hey guys, it's the Coffee Head, and I just got a quick little tutorial video here, kind of down more like a tips and tricks that I've learned while streaming on Caffeine with OBS. Now, yes, there's an OBS Caffeine integrated thingamadoohickey. I don't use that because I like my little chat, so I like having my, little chat box pop up and, have it there, and then when you go live you can pull it open and read chat and all that good stuff. And yeah, I got two screens, so it works nicely, I think. So nonetheless, you see a lot of people starting out, and even there are so many things that I did wrong when I first started. It's just dumb. But anyways, when someone comes in your chat and says, "Oh, hey, you've got gray blocks out there," they're not telling you that, oh, you need to make the game bigger. You need to actually take the application OBS, this window, with these sliders, and move it to close in the gap. Because essentially, when Caffeine picks up OBS, it's picking it up the same way it would pick up a game. So it's capturing OBS as an application. It's not actually picking up the screen that you are using, or the scene per se, the source. So yeah, it's not the game, it's essentially the complete OBS application. And the reason why it works so well is, we're able to, bounce around to these different scenes and set things up, and, use hotkeys, and, be able to just pull stuff up very quickly and simply, and it just works very well. Why is the GIF broken? Anyway. So, like, this is my screen that I used when I was doing giveaways, and when I do giveaways, it's like I can just go in there and do a little alt tabbing and, type in, with, OBS. I can just, sit in there and, put in whoever I want, there you go. And so you can do that, and all the people will see is this screen here, and you can tab back and forth, and so it makes it super useful. But right now, what we're essentially concerned with, like right here, here's an issue of it's missized. So I've got a GIF with a photo layered on top, and then I went into the photo and I changed the opacity of the photo. Because you can go to filters. When you pull up a property, you can go to filters, and you can just go into add, different things. So I believe, don't ask me to tell you which one of these does it. So anyways, you can come in here and you can crop it, you can do pretty much whatever. Actually, I think I faded the GIF, not the image. Doesn't matter. But you see the little locked box over here? That's what stops the red box from being there. You put that, oh, it's gone. You can roll your mouse over it, do whatever. It's awesome. So you unlock it if you want to move it. So, obviously, well, we got an issue here. So you never want to use OBS full screen like this. Never, 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 never. You always got to have it, in between minimized and full screen. So when you got it like this, let's stretch it out here so we see the gray. So the gray is still going to be caught by Caffeine because, like we said, Caffeine is capturing everything inside here. So that's why you use, the white bars to slide it in and, create that, perfect image. So we're just going to blow this up, and you know, obviously this is the wrong size to keep going out into the gray. So you know, I got it sitting right about there in the middle, and yeah. So we'll lock that in place, and then we'll pull this in to cover it up. Now the other thing, you know, because obviously, you know, the black edge is there, the actual media source is actually bigger than it needs to be. You know, like I could technically shrink this down to fit in here, or I could crop it and enlarge it all within OBS. But anyways, you know, it's like you can shrink things down, and kind of the beauty of OBS too, because it's a black screen when you pull up a stream. So it's essentially a black screen. So another way you can cheat, like say you have a game that's formatted in a perfect square. You know, kind of like this photo here that I've got. You know, my Be Right Back screen. So it's kind of basically, you know, starts here, goes here. It's pretty much a square, but it doesn't look weird on Caffeine when you look at it, because natively Caffeine, the screen is black. So when you do have something that is square, you don't have to worry about the black edges, because those things just blend right in. You know, so don't try and like uber crop it down because you're scared of the black. You know, if you know, like I said, you know, you're dealing with something that's kind of in there, then that's fine. In which I kind of noticed the other day that I had this enlarged, and I kind of like that. They're coffee beans being roasted, and you know, kind of goes with my whole theme of the coffee head. You know, so, and again, you can see, oh look, gray, no gray. Now it can be kind of tricky doing this because, as you can see, both the bottom and the top move together. You know, so as you move down from the top or move up from the bottom, you know, they're going to move at equal paces. So you got to kind of like keep sliding your stuff back and forth to, you know, make sure you get it in there. So just select it. There we go. Oh, I already locked it again. There. See, so, you know, you kind of got to like balance it out, you know, as you're moving it in. And, you know, once you have it set up, every time you open OBS, it'll be fine. I actually have OBS open twice on my computer right now. That's how I'm doing this and able to show you. So what we're going to do is now, for the next part of our act, we're going to show you what it looks like. So let's just start a broadcast. And this is also another trick that I have learned, that's like launch a supported game to broadcast it automatically. Because when you do this, essentially your camera takes over. So that's all that you see is your camera when you do this. And essentially, if you're making a stupid face when you start, it's gonna look really stupid. You know, so I look like have issues. Let's just put it that way. You know, so let's watch our little stream here. So there we are. You know, that's what we got. What's really cool, and I have done this many times, so like let's say you're playing a supported game. So, you know, essentially, let's say you're playing Overwatch and you want to switch over, and actually I have done this, and you want to do a giveaway, but you want to use like some of those cool graphics that you figured out in here. And, you know, you want to use like this giveaway thing that I have, which is all messed up, and I won't go into how I messed my own stuff up. But, you know, I have a little number generator that I put in here with another little box and whatnot, and that's how I do my giveaways. And so I want to do a giveaway now, but I don't want to stop streaming. I don't want to stop the stream. What you can do is you can close the game, and then pull up OBS, or actually, excuse me, to do it correctly, you open OBS while you're still in your game, set everything up, make sure that the image that you want, even this is for even like switching to a non-supported game. So like here's a thumbnail I made for the Black Death. Let's squeeze that back in. So this is a thumbnail I made for the Black Death, and I want to switch to the Black Death after playing Overwatch. So I have this all set up. Perfect. Right there, we got our screens closed in, no gray. We're ready to go. So then what you can do to trick Caffeine into like giving you a nice thumbnail for when people are coming, to essentially show that, oh, I switched, you can close out your game like Overwatch. Let's say that, this is Overwatch. So you can close it and it's going to swap back over to just showing your camera. And then you can just Alt-tab over to OBS, click on it, and it'll pop that up as what you're currently playing. And so even for supported games that you can't do Control-Alt-L in, you can just start broadcast, your camera pops up, and then click over onto the game and it'll pop it up, so you can get that thumbnail to be correct, which I find really fascinating with Caffeine, and I really appreciate that Caffeine uses thumbnails on top of streaming. I think it's very cool. So anyways, those are a few of the tricks that I know, but I wanted to show you, since we're here, we got an actual live stream going while we're recording this. I want to show you what it looks like with the gray. So, here's our stream. Here's what it looks like. Now, we're just going to go over here. We're just going to move that up a little bit. Okay. Now, watch what happens when I do this. See? Look at that gray. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. And it's pulling it down, too, because we're making it so wide. See, look at that. We keep stretching it out. So if you had this full screen, let's do that. Full screen. Let's see. Which one? Right there. See? So that's what it looks like now. We've got all this gray. What's going on here? We got all this gray. So then we come back here. We tab back in and we just squeeze it back in, and there we are, back with our magnified picture, because it's stretching it out. So that is how you get rid of the gray. Now, one thing I have messed up with, you don't want to scale the window, you want to do your output. My output is 1280 by 720. That's what I've been using. It looks good. So you don't want to use canvas, because that's not going to change your actual output. That's just going to make your life miserable. And scale the window always has gray, so you can't use that. So you want just your output. So like if I do scale the window, what do I get? Gray. Look at all that stupid gray I have. I don't want gray. If that gray was black, it wouldn't be such a big issue, because like I was saying before, natively black. So, you can get away with some stuff. But I go over here, preview scaling. I'm just right clicking on here. Output 720. There we go. I already have it brought in, sized. So, yeah. I hope this was helpful. I hope, my ramblings helped you understand a little bit more of maybe some of those little issues. And because me personally, I always hate being the guy that comes in your stream and be like, yo bro, you got gray, and then trying to do within our how many character little blue messages or gray, well, you know, you got to take the application white border and stretch it and blah, blah, blah. So, yeah. See, even that, look at that. I still got a little bit gray there. And there we go. All right. So, as I said, I hope this was helpful. I know my YouTube channel's dead, but come find me on Caffeine. And, you know, see, I closed the OBS. Here we are, full screen. So, have a good one.